Hello friends, it's time for another video. It's been a while since I said that. It's a new year. Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you, made goals and planned to stick to them and had nice family get-togethers and all that jazz, and aren't suffering too much in the cold if you live in an area that gets cold in December. I have actually been working quite hard on the writing. I did the math. I've written in the last couple of weeks about 15,000 words, which is not the end of the world. Like, it's not the greatest thing in existence. That's only 2,000 words a day, 7 days a week, but it's pretty darn good. And the stuff that I accomplished, the murder of Miles's wife, the actual scene, we're in it, where that takes place. Another mass casualty event, also involving Miles. His being sent off to a resort to await internal review. Little something with Marcy, the medical examiner, to explain why their relationship in the present, what I've written is the past, why their relationship in the present is the way it is. It's all really good. And I just literally a minute ago finished the past. Book 6, which is what I'm working on right now, is called Backspace. Half of it takes place in the past, half of it takes place in the present. There are some related items, a lot. And it wraps up the entire thematic arc for the 6-book series, which is Miles trying to figure out who murdered his wife. So we have all of that. Now, the next step here is I have to reread a little bit, well, all of it, but reread whatever I've written in the present and then continue on with that story. And after I've done that, I mean, that'll probably be another few weeks, honestly. I'm only at 35,000, something like that. And there's all there's the murder mystery that they actually have to solve in the present, and then there's the murder mystery of Miles's wife that has to be solved as well. So we're probably going to 70,000 or something like that. I know that seems incredibly short for the rest of you, who I don't know what the hell you're writing, but you've got like 110,000 word novels, or even 300, and you gotta like pare it down. I don't know how you do it. Obviously, I have to go through later. This is draft 1, right? The plot will be, I don't want to say, the plot will be perfect. What I want to have happen will happen. The description of settings and people and stuff, like shit that doesn't actually matter because you can't make a decision on the case after having read it. That'll be added in later just to fill in things so that you can actually picture where you are, but it doesn't actually matter to the plot, which is solving these murders. So that's why I write that after. That's why the books are a little bit shorter at first, draft-wise. But I'll have to go through and like augment. That's fine. So, as I said, the next step is to read through whatever I've written, and I don't remember, on the present part of book 6, and then start writing again. I really got into the writing of the past over the last couple of weeks. That's been wonderful. I was worried. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. I was worried I wouldn't be able to get back into writing. I'd been out of it for a bit in the summer there, and you always get worried. But writing makes you want to write more. You just want to stay in it. At least for me, and thankfully that's what happened this time, because as soon as I got back into it, I just really had to give myself like a couple of hours, and then that's all my brain could think about was, or all I could think about. Depends. Do you separate your brain from your body? Sometimes I do if I'm making a point, but I think it's all one. Anyway, really got into it, stayed into it. Every night when I went to sleep or tried to go to sleep, I'd be thinking about the next bit and like what I had to write, and if maybe I left something out and I'd have to go back and change that, and hoped I'd remember in the morning. Anyway, it's wonderful. So book 6, I don't know, stay tuned, I guess, in a few weeks. I don't know how long it'll take. What the hell's wrong with my throat today? Oh, I just ate something that had a bunch of pepper in it. I guess that's it. In a few weeks, maybe we'll finish that puppy. Why do I want to say puppy? We'll finish that puppy off. I have no idea where puppy came from. It just popped into my head. We'll finish that sucker. That's what I really wanted to say. We'll finish that sucker off. But in the meantime as well, I've received something new for beta reading or critique partnering. I have no idea how long it is. I haven't opened the document yet, but I'm really looking forward to reading that. So that might provide a nice break between book 6, the past, and book 6, the present. We'll go through that. We'll make all our millions and millions of notes like I always do. Again, I haven't read it yet, so I don't know how many there'll be, but it's an Ian thing. I just make millions and millions of notes. Whether they're right or wrong, I don't know. Well, I do know about quite a bit of it. Some of it's subjective, some of it is not. It's true. What was I going to say? Blah, 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 book 6. Right, interweaving. If you remember, unless you're a new subscriber, in which case, hello, welcome. I'm Ian Henderson. I'm writing a stupidly complex 30-book series of sci-fi crime thrillers. And every 6 books, there's a thematic arc, which is something that's going on in the background. Well, each book is sort of episodic and there's an individual murder. So you could pick it up anywhere and enjoy that, or you could read from beginning to end and get the arc and enjoy that even more. That's what I'm doing. And what I said many videos ago with the interlacing or interweaving was that it's like maybe past, present, past, present, past, present. But now that I've actually written the past, I almost feel like this is a part 1, part 2. Not 2 different books, but like write the past, you read through the entire thing, then you got the present, and you read through the entire thing. I think it might work better like that. But again, no decisions have been made. We'll see. I'll read it. When I'm done, I'll read it past as a chunk, present as a chunk, which is actually the future. It's 300 years in the future. Sorry if I didn't say. But I'll read it like that, and we'll see if that works. And otherwise, I might interweave or lace together some of these things. I haven't decided yet. This is my most ambitious thing yet. And I'm not a very ambitious person, so we'll see. Which brings me up to goals. Goals for 2026. I don't have any. I never make goals. That's parentifying yourself. Screw that. You guys can do whatever you want, but that just makes me feel guilty. Anytime I make a goal, it's like, well, now I have to achieve that, or I've failed as a person, and why couldn't I, blah, 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 blah. No, screw that. There are things that have to happen anyway. Maintaining the house, keeping the children happy, the wife happy. Book 6 obviously has to be done. Finances have to be maintained. Bills have to be paid. Those aren't goals. That's just stuff you're doing. So the writing, it's just another one of those things that I'm doing. You know? So it's not a goal to achieve anything. I'm just continuing on. When book 6 is done, we'll move on to book 0, probably. Well, book 6 is fresh in my head. Book 0 is like the lead magnet thing and newsletters and all that nonsense. Or I'll just give it away. Maybe I'll just put it on YouTube just to entice people. I'll just do the whole audiobook for book 0 on YouTube. Like, sorry for the 4 people who signed up to my newsletter, but I may, with your permission, you can tell me in the comments if you don't mind me doing that. I may just do that as an audiobook on YouTube just to see if I can entice people into the books. Then we'll get into things like implementing all feedback on books 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sending 6 off to an editor and critique partners and the alpha reader and other beta readers. Like there's a ton of people who read these things before, well, I'd say before they get published, but nothing's been published yet. But there's a ton of people that read them, and I have a crap ton of feedback that I have to implement, evaluate and implement. And I have to do it one by one and then make sure that everything works in the thematic arc and blah, 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 and yada, 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 which I will do. But there are no goals. I'm just going to finish writing book 6 this year. And then if I do that, I'm going to start writing book 0. And if I do that, I'm going to start back on book 1, implement all of the feedback, get it, I don't know, copy edited. If I make a lot of changes, it was already copy edited, but if I make a lot of changes, we'll get it copy edited. I'll make like a universe Bible for all the technical words, all the way I want people addressed. You know, like all the women are supposed to be Ms. in the future. What Ms. means, it's none of your fucking business what my marital status is. And I thought that was respectful of me. But one editor I sent it off to started changing things to Mrs. and I might have hit accept all, and now I got to go through and check all that. It's pain in the butt. Apologies for the swearing. I don't normally swear in my videos. We're supposed to be friendly, family friendly. Anyway, end of update. Those are all the things. I'm going to write book 6. I don't have any goals. I hope all you guys are doing great. And I'll see you in probably a few weeks. There's no song or anything because I'm not in the mood today. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate all new subscribers. Please subscribe. I have ebbs and flows as far as how, intelligent or pleasant I am. We'll see you next time. Bye.